Hello gamers, doing something a bit different today. Haven't really said a lot about the new characters that they revealed for 2.0. I don't know, feeling something different, so I figured I'd try something new. Play a little Zenless in the background when I talk about some of the characters they showed off in 2.0 while I level up my Nekomata. We won't talk about that right now. Alright, so first things first, where are the idols? Koyo. They announced in the dev talk that idols are going to finally be coming, and then they just didn't show them off. So what, they're not going to be coming until next year? Idols are still probably what I'm looking forward to the most, even with all the new characters they've shown off. But like, idols have been like known forever, and like, they're still not out, and it's just kind of getting a little impatient, I guess. I mean, in reality, the only idol I'm really looking forward to is Rodoku, Rokudu, however you say your name. But I mean, come on, man, that's still a character I really want. He's not going to be out for like another 6 months. The other idols, like Chinatsu, she's cool. Not really anything I'm looking forward to. According to some very, very old news, she's like an ice support, so I don't know. Don't have a lot of ice characters myself. And Utane, I think is how you say her name. Not really another character I'm too interested in, even though I know she's like the most popular one, probably. Honestly, I have kind of a problem with like all of 2.0 so far, just from the visual aesthetics of it. It looks very different from what we've seen from the game thus far, so it might be something that I kind of have to get used to. But yeah, they still showed quite a few characters in the trailer, and like the biggest one that they're currently shoving down our throat is Yi Xuan, and let me just say that is not really a character I'm all that interested in. Everybody says it, right? She looks like she's from Star Rail, she looks like she's from Genshin. She just doesn't really fit, in my opinion, the aesthetics that we've seen in Zenless. And like, it's a whole new area and stuff, so like, it's maybe to be expected, at least if what they're doing now is any indication. But yeah, not a particularly big fan of her design. She seems like one of those other characters that are like kind of being pushed very heavily, so she's probably going to be fairly strong. I don't know. Have to see how she plays if I'm actually interested in her all that much. Next is her one of her faction mates, Ju Fufu. No, not really feeling it. I'm going to just assume this is recorded before the drip marketing for 2.0. Just gonna assume, like, this is my guess, an Ethan ZZZ guess, that it's gonna be Yi Xuan and Ju Fufu, and then the panda dude is gonna be an A rank. We'll see how inaccurate I am. We also have some other characters that looks like they might be related. Like, we have supposedly her name is Alice Fubo Yu Yi. So Fubo, I guess? I don't know, again, kind of similar. We didn't see their designs like perfectly, but not really two characters I'm all particularly interested in. And then I guess there was another one towards the end. Yi Shunguang. I don't know, probably butchering that. Didn't see too much of her either, so I'm not gonna really say much about her. Big thing we did see is some more of Obel Squad. Finally saw Seed and Orpheus. Orpheus looks pretty cool, I can't lie. Seed, not really the type of character I would pull, probably, but I mean, he's cool, don't get me wrong. We also saw some minor characters that don't really have names or anything yet. Like, there's this Moors looking dude that could just be Moors, I don't know. There's also this guy behind Weiss and Bell that has like the Hoyo playable male ponytail, so that guy's probably playable. Looks like he's probably a part of the Yi Xuan faction. What else? Well, of course, there's one character that I'm definitely interested in, and that is Zhao. Is how what they're saying her name is in the China translation. She's definitely an interesting looking character comparatively to like everybody else that they showed off, in my opinion, except maybe Orpheus and Seed. But I'm actually pretty excited for her, so I wonder what her deal is. She's also shown with like another like dude that looks like he's from Ops, I think. So don't know if he's going to be like a new type of character. He kind of looks like Roland, but I don't know. Currently, she's like the only real character that like I was really interested in when they showed her. So yeah, in summary, not too interested in Yi Xuan, not too interested in Ju Fufu. Gotta even see if the panda guy is going to be playable. Interested in Zhao. Alice and Fubo is whatever. Seed, pretty cool. Orpheus, definitely interested in. And then give me my fucking idols, Hoyoverse. So that's 2.0 so far. I guess we'll see what the drip marketing is here in the next few days. What about 1.7? 1.7 is definitely a filler patch, which, you know, is to be expected. It's the last patch before 2.0, so wasn't expecting too much of it. The two new characters, Vivian and Hugo. If I wanted to be like honest, out of the two that are like interesting to me is probably Vivian, but even then I'm not super interested because she's still an anomaly character, so I don't really think she's like all that interesting to play. Vivian's got, you know, she's ether anomaly, which is like going to be a really strong typing, I think. And then she also has, you know, off-field capabilities and whatnot, but I don't necessarily think she's an Aftershock character either. She's more like a Bernice. So I guess we'll see how that goes. And then Hugo, not to like diss our boy, he looks very, very, very simple and like not all that exciting. He's kind of locked to having 2 stunners if you really want to be optimal with them. One of his best in slot stunners is a character I'm never going to pull for. He doesn't really seem like he's going to have too many interesting rotations. T-pose. What about the reruns? Jane's finally rerunning, but there's still not a lot of Fizz Week content, so they really need to incentivize, you know, pulling physical units like that. And then, of course, there's Lighter. Lighter rerunning with Hugo is fucking scummy as shit. Goddamn Herta and Jade all over again. Lighter's a character I will never pull. He's just so uninteresting to me. Yeah, I have Evelyn, but I clear fine with Evelyn without Lighter. Not stressing it. Pretty low-key. As you can see, I've failed to acknowledge it yet, but I do have Trigger. I do enjoy Trigger. She's very fun. She helps, I'd say, most of my characters. Not so much like a Juon or Haramasa. I have Chingy for that, though. Fuck. But, you know, like I could play Neko now and try her. See if she's any fun. Yanagi and Trigger's really fun. You know, I think Trigger and Billy's like really good. I could always build Billy. Let's see, who else? I mean, Evelyn can use her. It's a bit of a typing mismatch. I guess Miyabi could technically use her. Soldier 11, I could always build Soldier 11 if I was feeling frothy. Did not pull Soldier 0 Ambi. She put me to sleep. Just gonna be real. So, you know, I mean, the plan is probably to skip all of 1.7, see what Yishuan's all about, and then just hope that they, you know, cook something up. So pretty excited for 2.0. Clearly videos have like really slowed down and streams have really slowed down, but it's just because if I have nothing really to talk about or no character I think I can make a video on, I'm not gonna just make a shit video. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody who watched the Evelyn video. I had a lot of fun working on that one. And if you haven't, check it out. It's one of my favorite videos. Yeah, just wanted to talk about 2.0. You know, it's right around the corner. There's one more patch and then we're there. If you want to yap with me more, feel free to join the Discord. I'm in there quite often. I got a great community, and I'll catch you later.